Yo, what's good? This is my trade plan. I'm doing this video so I can look at it and see. Okay, this is what you committed to. This is what you have written down. This is what I'm presenting to myself. This is my plan. Okay. I'm doing a plan. I got a $150K funded account that I got through completely gambling. Just whatever, I just high leverage. I don't care. Like, it was just whatever. It's bad, but I'm gonna try to treat it nicely, bro, and try to do it the best I can. I'm gonna be professional. I always say this to myself. It's same old story. I'm trying to be professional, and then I just get I overtrade, and I get too focused on what's going on, and I just lose control. And I designed this trade plan to try to fix that, and it's a trade plan that I honestly believe in, and I have shown in the past I have stuck to one thing before. It just happened to be a losing thing. So I'm hoping that this thing can be a winning thing so it's easier to stick to. But let's just begin. This might take a while, but I just want to show you what's going on. So I got a $150K funded account. My goal. So let's start with number one, boundaries. My trading window to be able to trade is from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. So 12 noon. So that's 5-hour trading window. If I can't trade the whole time, like something happens in the morning, life happens, right? What's the answer of like, I can't get to the charts until 11. What am I going to trade from 11 to 12? Well, if I'm feeling like I want to trade, I would, right? I would. But that's why I need a rule that says yes or no. And the answer is no. I'm going to give myself 1.5 hours of trading window. So if you can't trade for 1.5 hours straight within the 7 a.m. to 12, like life, you have things busy, things planned, you got to leave at 9 or whatever, or 8:30, whatever. You just can't fit it in. You need an hour and a half. That's what I'm going to give myself. Why? I think it's enough to have further away targets. I think it's enough to find an opportunity at least. And it's not just squishing everything into like 45 minutes or half hour. It's just a little bit unreasonable to do that. So that's my reason for doing that. And then that's my trading window. Look, I need to abide by that. Every trade, there's going to be 4 things that I'm going to be looking for. Number 1 is boundaries. Number 2 is how to trade, which is cutting losses. Cutting losses. Did you move your stop? Yes or no? Are you sticking to your target and your stop loss? Meaning your target is let's say, I'm not doing targets in this one, but I'll get into that. My target is a trail stop method of 1R. It goes up to 1R, I trail at the proximal line, okay? Did I stick to that or not? That's a yes, no. So number 1 is boundaries, which is my trading window. Number 2 is how to trade, which is cutting losses and, sticking to that where my target is. It's there. It's sitting. My stop loss it's there. Number 3 is position sizing. I'm risking 7 apples per trade, which happens to be 0.12% of the 150K. $175, 175. That's number 3. Number 4 is what's number 4? Is it a setup? Is it the exact setup? Or am I just taking something right now because I want to? Well, what is it? It's got to be yes or no. It's a yes or no. And those are the 4. I have on my ledger, I have 4 boxes that I need to check. You know, I'll take the trade or whatever I see. Okay, how to trade is going to be checked later because it's got to be, oh, did I do it or not? You know, did I move my stop loss? Well, that would be a no, my friend. How to trade is no. That's not how to trade. So, position sizing. I always measure risk before entry. I always see that, okay, this is how much I need. Position sizing, I'm knowing and growing into the loving position sizing. It really is. Because I've seen myself be wrong so many times. It's like, I know I want that greed. I have that greed. I have that, oh, come on. I think it's going to work. Just put more contracts on, dude. This will help you out so much. I've resisted the urge of that many times now. And I think I can stick to it. It's just uneventful, you know. But anyways, moving on. So my goal, look. What's wrong with having goals? I'm trying to make 2% a month for the year with the opportunity of losing. So I'm up 14% on the year only, okay? My goal is 14% this year, and I'm pulling everything out, withdrawing everything, okay? So, my plan to get there is this. Okay? I got a 150K account. My goal is 1 year of trading, okay? This is it. Treat it seriously. This is my goal. Nice job, Nathan. You caught them all. Good work. You're going to put all the green ones next to the green ones?
Yeah.
And then yellow ones next to yellow ones?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. My goal is, look, I can't just say, oh, I'm going to make all of this money. You know, I want increments. I want to be able to check off my goals and how I'm getting there and how I'm progressing. So I just randomly picked out $3,000. I think that's a great number. Boom, level 1 complete, you know. Got to $3,000. All right? You know, and hold this until I get to $6,000. Okay, check. If I get to 6, I'm withdrawing $500. Okay? And I keep on doing $3,000, these levels, and I withdraw $500. I only do this because Apex Trader Funding, you can only withdraw. We have withdrawal restrictions in the first 3 withdrawals. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm clean. Then I can withdraw everything. So then I'm clean. Now I can withdraw. Now I try to make another $3,000. Try to make another $3,000. Try to make another $3,000 until I'm made. I think that's, I don't know. It's near 21,000 or so because I withdrew these little 500s. But anyways, in the total scheme of things, I would make net $22,500. That's, wow, wouldn't that be lovely? I've done plans before, bro. I've done plans before. It doesn't seem to work out, but you can't hate me to dream, bro. Can't hate me to dream. I'm dreaming. You know what? Why not? Why not, bro? I have a plan. I have a system, and I can stick to it. And I do think once I find some success, I think I'll be even more confident to hold on to it, hold on to the system, hold on to how I'm getting results. So it's just like working out. You start seeing the results, and you're like, whoa! You get more like confidence to do more, lift more, get out of bed in the morning. In the same circumstance. Moving on. How this works is I trade about 15 to 25 trades a day. I don't have the expectancy on it because I have changed the setups just slightly. So this is not fully back tested. It's somewhat back tested, I would say. It's not fully back tested. This is somewhat of a forward test for me. And it's about 0.12% per trade is my position sizing. And then on the bunts, which I'll get into, which is the inverse of my trade, and I'll fade my own trade, eat my own stops as my target, you'll see, it's 0.36% per trade. I'm risking a little bit more to make a lot less. So anyways, that's it. Now I'm going into my setups. I have 4 setups. One of them, I'm just showing one of them right now, okay? They're top secret, homie. You know what I'm saying? They're top secret, bro. This is only one of them, okay? You see that these two are identical? Almost. Almost. What's the difference? Well, I'm trying to take shorts in an uptrend, okay? That is a counter trend trade, and I'm well aware of it. If it pushes up from the high, push it off from the high in a small way, it's relatively small magnitude, it's relatively small enthusiasm, it's just small and trying to go downwards. Those are a no. Those are, I am not trading short. I'm actually trading up. And I'm taking my own stop loss. My stop loss would be there. This is my target. Now, what?
I've been trying not to tell it.
That's perfect, Nathan. I like the green ones. I like the green ones.
I like the ones that even sour.
Yeah, me too. So now, just the difference. Look, I'm only saying this because, dude, we need a yes or no. This says target up there. We need to say a yes or a no to trade. This is a yes. Why? For me, look, all setups are different. Everybody's setups are different. I know. This is just an example. Why do I think this is a trade? Because it's protecting a lot more free space. It's more violent. And I'm shorting here to go down, okay? My stop is here instead of my target, right? This is a bunt. This is a bunt. This is my normal trade. Normal. You could say normal, whatever, I don't care. And if it goes down to 1R, this is 1, 2, 3R. If it goes down to 1R, I'm adding plus 0.5 risk. Plus 0.5R, I'm adding to it, and I trail it. I trail my stop to proximal line. If it goes to 2R, I add another 0.5R. If it goes to 3R, I add another 0.5R, and I'll keep on adding until infinity, or I hit max contracts, which happens to be a Apex Trader, whatever, restriction. I would keep adding until infinity. I really would. It's highly unlikely we'll ever reach outside the atmosphere. We'll just reach like 10 feet up in the sky and then fall and then loose and hit my trail stop. No target. No target at all. No target at all. I just trail my stop. Hits 1R, trail my stop. Hits 2R, trail my stop to 1R. Hits 3R, trail my stop to 2R. Do you see that? It's a 1R risk box. Trail, trail, trail. I smother price because I don't trust shit anymore. I'm not asking for it to go to the moon. All I want is just a little bit. If it goes to frickin' 3R, I better get paid for that 3R, dude. I'm not frickin' fooling around anymore. I've given it 3R. I've given it fucking 6R. Excuse my language. 6R! And I have my stop just to break even. I'm just giving it as much frickin' space as possible to run. It doesn't run sometimes, and I get stopped out for break even. I don't get paid at all for 6R, dude. Maybe that's not the right way too loose, but I've tried in between too. It's just I'd rather get paid. I'd rather just get out and get paid. And the way I can get paid more quickly is adding, dude. I'm adding every R increment. Every time it goes in my favor, I add. Just imagine if you were inverse of this. Just imagine if you're inverse this trade, it's going against you, and you keep on adding. You keep on adding. You keep on adding. And it's like, whoa, these big bars. Uh-oh, this is a big wick. Oh, maybe it's coming up now. This is a big reversal. Uh-oh. Oh, it's coming up. No, it turns downwards. What? What? No, no, no. And it keeps going. Why? Because, and you keep on adding to the position, you're snowballing into a super big loser. In this case, it would be a super big winner, right? I have a chance of a very large winner, and it'll just keep on getting bigger as things go in my direction. Look, and then it'll get stopped out. Fine, whatever. I'm planning on getting stopped out. Stopping out is my only option. I don't have a target. I'll never be super duper happy. You know? Targets hit. Yes! Feels good, right? Well, I don't have that emotion as much because I'm always hitting a stop loss. The way I exit a winning trade is a stop loss. That kind of sucks, But I'm hoping that will help with emotions as well, where I don't have a really awesome win. Yes, it's great, and you get good feelings. And I don't necessarily want to do this for feelings. I kind of want to do this to make money. So I'm thinking that it'll be more a dull event to win. So that's what it is, and I'll bunt this thing. So the bunts on the other side, a bunt is this. My entry would be here, right? Instead of shorting, I'm buying. Yeah, Nathan.
I didn't know this person.
Oh, that's awesome. Which one are you gonna do the cars? A different color?
Different.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And not the much color.
Okay, I like that. 1R, 2R, 3R, okay? I don't know if that's right, but look, this is the bunt, all right? And because this trading strategy, I can lose quite a few times, and I can get in drawdowns where it goes in my favor 1R, but it comes back because my stop's at break even now. I'm risking 0.5R because I had already added again. I lose a lot. I lose a lot of 1Rs, 0.5Rs, 1Rs, 0.5Rs. I lose decent, frequencies. The whole reason I have a bunt is to have higher win rate. Higher win rate. Anytime you put your target closer than your stop loss, you'll have a higher win rate. It's just very likely, okay? So it's much more likely to win this trade than to lose this trade. It's counter trend. It's a weak top that I've thought was weak. Okay, I've determined that I absolutely won't short this. In fact, I'll go the opposite. I'll go long here instead of short against my setup, because if I take this setup, I'm over trading. I'm trying to get this top in. I'm really searching, making myself take shorts here. Why not just take the opposite of that person? Me losing. I'm taking the opposite. So I go long, and my stop's at 3R, okay? And my target is at my stop loss. My stop, okay? That's a bunt. That's what I've clarified as a bunt. And really it's the inverse of a trade. I'm just capping it at 3R, because if it goes 3R, I've clearly lost. I've just lost. I know this trade's over, and I'd rather snip it. I don't want to trail target or something like that, because this thing could keep on going. I don't want to do that. I'm done at 3R, and I will take my losses. A lot of times I already tested this. A lot of times it goes 5R and it comes down. Like, all right, well, either way, I was wrong anyways. I don't care if it really comes back. Obviously, I'd like to be not losing money, but 3R, I've just seen that if it goes 3R against me, maybe I'm wrong. I'm just gonna cut it. That's what we should do. We shouldn't hold and hope. That's it. That is my trading strategy. Why I think it's gonna work? Well, I'm not gonna convince you that it's gonna work, because no one's gonna believe me. But to myself, why I think it's gonna work? I think it's gonna work because I have a written trade plan that I know the answer to. I know what is right and wrong. It's no longer maybe yes or no. It's clearly right or wrong. The setups are pretty accurate by means of specificity. Because just in that example, I know that trade I shouldn't take short. I shouldn't take normal trade, because it's not pushing off from the high very much. How do I know that? Do I quantify it in points? Do I quantify it in percentage or percent retracement? What do? I just look at the picture, and I look at the candlestick formation, where my stop would be if my stop's near the high, and it's not protecting much free space. Or is it super tiny? Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes it's like it's up, and then it goes down, down, and then it's like so tiny. That's my risk. Like, this is technically my stop loss because that's the high of that bar, and this is the low of the bearish bar. You can call it bearish engulfing, whatever you want to call it. And it's not much free space, right? It's not actually a push. This is went up. It's really not that violent of a push down, and this is so tiny. I would fade that. I put my target there. Stop entry here, and my stop here. And I would try to scoop my little target. I'd scoop my little target. That is gonna give me a higher win rate. It's gonna boost my win rate, especially because my wins on those targets are equal to 1R. That's gonna help me out, especially with drawdown. I'm limiting drawdown on trail stops because I'm not letting them run. I'm letting them run as much as they can, but I'm really smothering price, and I know that I will never capture a 15R. I will never capture a 10R unless it's some random announcement that just goes in one direction. I'm never going to capture that. And I know that. I'm already telling myself that. Don't expect that. Don't expect to see the chart go like this, where in this case, I take a normal trade because it pushes strong from the high, gives it more than enough space to put my stop in. It's wide, it's reasonable. I'm short. My stop is here. It's protecting free space off the high, whatever. You know, it's a bear bar. This is good. This is all good. Now my 1R, 2R, 3R. I'm expecting price to hit 1R, and then, you know, what this looks like is it hits 1R and comes upwards, stops me out, because I move my stop as soon as it goes 1R, I move my stop to break even, and I get stopped out. But I'm expecting this. I'm expecting to see things like this, where it just decides, okay, that doesn't look natural at all, but it doesn't have to look natural, dude. I've seen some weird shit that happens, you know, and it just continues. Look at this. I mean, this is push down, comes back, creates a lonely pivot, creates, boom, now it's pushing lower. This thing is down trend worthy, and it can still keep going. And look, I was short there, dude. My stop loss never got hit. I'm going to look at this chart at the end of the day, and I have to accept that this thing went without me. And why? Because I smothered price. Why should you do that? Why don't you just have a loose thing and you could have caught this? You're right, I could have caught it. But how often does it go positive 20R? Very rarely. I'm doing the strategy that's intermediate. I'm doing the strategy that I can capture these 2Rs. I can capture these 1Rs, these 3Rs, sometimes these 5Rs. Maybe, you know. But I'm in this range because it happens more frequently, dude. I'm tired of it going 5, 6R in my favor and coming up against me, and I capture positive 1R on my huge winning trade of 6R. I'd rather capture my 5R. Yeah, whatever. It happens to keep on going forever and ever and ever and ever, and it happens to go 30R in one day, and I missed the freaking great crash. Black Friday. I don't care. Of course I care, but that's my point. I'm accepting that it's going to happen, bro. I've tried it that way. I've tried to include it. Even if you try to include it, it's really hard to capture these huge victories. So I've basically excluded them out of my trading plan. And you know what? Guess what I get? I get to have intermediate victories. That's what I'm in. I'm into the intermediate. I need to get paid sometimes, you know? Not just gigantic paychecks for one trade that goes 26R, you know? Just saying. I've tried to trail stop loosely, whatever. Long story, it's just I'd rather have something reasonable, something small that's more, it's a higher win rate, less risk reward. That's just what it is. It's just on the spectrum, bro. The great graph. The great graph. I have never actually graphed it out, but the great graph of, risk reward and win rate, bro, they are inverse. They just are. They just are. Even at my bunts, the inverse of my trades, the shitty trades, crappy trades, those will heighten my win rate too. I mean, inherent, a 0.33R, which is essentially what it is the inverse of a 3R. In order for the 3R to be profitable, you need a 25% win rate to be break even. Okay, so you need to be 26% win rate for a 3R. You take 3Rs every time, you will be technically ahead, just barely. So the idea is inherently it's a 75% win rate because it's a 0.33R. I'm risking 1 to make 0.33. It's highly likely to hit targets. Look, many times it won't, but more times it should hit target. It should. Just saying, it should. I will lose. But it should hit target, which is higher win rate for me. I need a higher win rate because then the drawdowns are less severe in my account. My account doesn't go down $2,500 before going up. It'll go down negative $600 and then go up a little bit. My drawdown is less severe because in the meantime, I can still scoop winners. And then wait for my large trail stop victory. We want the trail stops. Trail stops with adding to it, bro, that is the formula to make money, I think. I think so. Trail, add. If you just do that with good setups, trail, add. Good position sizing, same position sizing every trade. Trail, add. Do them at the same time. Advance your stops, gentlemen. We're moving up. It's like a board game. Advance. Always you will lose. Always. You don't have a target. You will lose. But we just advance. We advance. And we will capture some large moves, bro. At a certain point in time, you'll buy at the right time, and it's going to move. And you are adding the entire time. So you are a huge risk position, but you're not. It keeps on going in favor. Just like I said, just imagine the inverse of that. Being on the losing side of that, shoot. Continually adding my loser, and it's going against me. I would be very scared of that trading strategy. That's why we're doing the trail and add. Because we're leveraging the wins, bro. We want to get in the wins. We want big wins. How to lose? Large size, large magnitude. Magnitude is points. Have you ever had a huge, large trade, big position size, and it goes against you, and you move your stop, whatever, and it keeps on going, and you're like, no way, and it goes freaking large magnitude with large size. That's how you lose. This is how to get large size and large magnitudes for the wins, because we add to our winner and let them run. Yes, I'm not really letting them run. I'm smothering because I have a 1R risk box. But to me, in the small terms, in a tiny little battlefield of day trading, in the small little universe of these little ranges that I got going on, things can go 5R in one direction, bro. And then retrace to 4. I just captured 4R, but really it's more than 4R because I added at 1, 2, 3R. And 4R, I lost on that one. But it's going to be net ahead, big time. So, anyways, that's what I think. I think it's going to work. No, it's not fully back tested. This is going to be the forward test. This is my fresh 150K account. I already signed off on my trade plan. I let the board of directors know that professional trader, peasants in the building, and they gave me a new office, and they set me up. All I had to do was sign the contract that This is the trade plan I'm going to do. This is the trading window I'm going to do. I'm only going to trade these 3 symbols. This is it. Boom. The ambition begins. I don't want to lose, man. I've already been in this spot before, and I just try and I hope, and I got optimism, and then I do it to myself, and then I'm angry and I'm sad. You know what? We've been through this before, bro. We've been through this before. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it, man? You now know, you're well aware that those 4 things you need in trading. Boundaries, which is your trading window. You need boundaries to control yourself, to not have trading control you. You control trading. It's in. Boundaries. How to trade, which is not moving your stop loss. I know that, and I do that. Good. Position sizing. Good. Perfect position sizing. You know what to do on that. Number 4 is the setup. The setup has to be a yes or no. Is it a trade or not? No. Then do not trade it. Yes, it's a trade. Trade it. Trade it properly. Correct position sizing. Execute. You're in, bro. You're in. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Peace.